much for stopping by with Love Mom on today. Today we're doing something really special. I am apologizing in advance because there was a little background noise in this video because apparently my washing machine was feeling some type of way and making a lot of noise, and then my dog was feeling some type of way because the washing machine was feeling some type of way. So I'm apologizing now. But I wanted to show you guys a recipe for lobster bisque. I went to the grocery store today to pick up something else, totally random, and they had lobster tails on sale. I was like, oh my God, that would be so good tonight to have lobster bisque for dinner, which is what we're gonna have. So you just keep watching and let's see what's happening in my kitchen. Okay guys, today is an absolute treat. So today we are making lobster bisque. I am so excited right now because I got these lobster tails on sale at the grocery store. And what people don't realize about lobster tails, first of all, the tail part has most of the meat in it. You know, there's more meat in the tail than anything. But what people don't realize is, you know, when you go get lobster tails or something from the grocery store, 2 lobster tails is like 0.4 ounces, close to a half a pound, but not quite, like 0.8 or something like that. It's something crazy. So it's close to half a pound. And so 2 is actually not as expensive as you think if you catch them on sale. I got these, they were on sale for $14.99 a pound, and I was able to get 4 of them for $15.05. So it was just over a pound. It was like 1.02 or something crap like that. So I decided that, okay, gotta have them because I want a treat today because, you know, we're eating a lot of soups and stuff because we're in the middle of the move, and I have been you know, just kind of going through whatever we have in the refrigerator, and I was at the grocery store and I was like, you know what, I'm doing this today. So, but I digress. So I've already chopped up about 2 stalks of celery, which comes up to about a cup. I've already chopped up 4 garlic cloves. Now I'm going to chop up some parsley. I took about 2 handfuls, you know, of it. And this is a mixture of the flat leaf and the regular parsley. Just so happened when I was at the store, I picked up regular parsley, and then I realized that they had some flat leaf mixed in with it. I don't mind it either way. So I chopped up a little parsley. So we're going to put that in a little cup here, our little ramekin. And then let me wipe this off so that we can chop our, roasted red pepper. Then we're going to need, also for your bisque, you need some shredded carrots. I buy them already shredded in the package because it just makes my life a little easier. And then we're also going to have a scallion, which is, remember, I don't know if you saw my other video, but a scallion is kind of like an onion, but it's small. And it kind of grows kind of like a piece of garlic because it grows in cloves. And this actually has 2 cloves in it. I'm going to cut it open and see if I can show you. Get the skin off of it. So if you can see it, hopefully I got it to where you can see. It grows in cloves. So you see there's 2 pieces of that in there like that. So I'm going to break them apart. I'm going to peel that skin off just like you would an onion or a piece of garlic. Just cut a little slit in it and get the skin off, which is that top layer. And then we're going to cut the rest. And we're going to use this entire scallion. So I need to do the same with this other piece. Use my big knife today. So now we're cutting up our scallion. Loving it. I'm just excited because I'm starting to finally get a little excited about the move. And I'm excited about eating lobster bisque for dinner today. I'm going to make some rosemary garlic biscuits to go with it. I'm not going to show that video today. I'll show that at a later date. But they're going to be delicious. And I'm just going to chop these up roughly, because lobster bisque is a smooth soup. So we're gonna blend it. I don't have my immersion blender. It's been packed away, so we're gonna blend it in our processor, but we're not gonna blend it all the way because we don't want it too smooth. I like a little chunk. And so, all right. Now we got that, and I'm gonna just slide that to the side. And then we're going to get some roasted red peppers. And remember, I told you guys you can find these in the aisle where you find pickles. This one is made by Delalo, and this one is in olive oil and garlic. Most of the time it's in water or in brine. Piece out of this. And because of the way the roasted red pepper is packed, usually it's packed with one whole pepper in the jar. And so you might have to break it up if you don't want to use that much of it. That's kind of my pet peeve, is when I'm pulling out the roasted red peppers, like, I didn't want the whole jar, I just wanted some of it. And so I'm just breaking it up a little bit. All right, and we're just gonna rough chop that roasted red pepper. And no, we are not going to put tomatoes in our bisque today. And I know everybody's probably wondering where my big wooden cutting board that I love to use is. Well, since we are packing, it is packed away. So I had to kind of improvise and make sure I keep these little small ones out because I still need a cutting board. So, and there we have it. So now we got everything chopped up. I'm going to put this in a ramekin, and then I'm going to show you how to chop up your lobster. Alright, so here comes the magic. Well, some of the magic anyway. So these are our lobster tails. We're going to take these out of the package, of course. And we're going to set this over into our trash bowl. And you're going to take your kitchen scissors. This is just the easier way. You can do it with a knife, but kitchen scissors are just easier. And you're going to crack it open from the bottom and from the top. Oh, lobster shell everywhere. Okay, and then all you have to do is pull it apart. You just pull that tail right on off, and there you go. I'm going to do the same with this one, with your other one, and you don't have to use 4 lobster tails for your bisque. I just like the lobster. I like the meat in it, so I use 4. You can use 2. You can use 3. You can even use 1 if you just want just a little bit. But I like the I like to do extra. Okay, so that's 2 there, and then this is the third one. The last one I'm going to actually cut it with a knife so you can see the difference. And then make sure, which I will do, make sure you wash your kitchen scissors after you use them for this, because, you know, it's shellfish. So you don't want everything you use on it tasting like shellfish. So you want to make sure you're washing it. And then here's the last one. So I'm going to use my big knife for the last one. And then you're just going to take your knife right along the middle and down, and there you go. And then you do the same on the other side. And as you can see, that's why I say the kitchen scissors are just easier to do. Okay, so we have that all done and ready. Okay, and then we're going to take our knife and we're going to cut our lobster up into nice pieces. See how beautiful that is? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, what I like to do is rinse my lobster after I've cut it. I don't rinse it when I'm beforehand, because, you know, after you cut it, you still, you know, you've been handling it and everything. So I like to rinse it off and drain the water off really, really well. And then you can take a paper towel and actually pat it dry if you want to. But it's not really necessary since it's all going into a soup. Alright, and we're going to put this in this bowl, and we're going to rinse that, and then all the rest of the magic is going to happen at the stove. Alright, so we're going to make some magic happen. Now this is a very easy, quick Lobster Bisque. It doesn't have all of the normal stuff that Lobster Bisque has in it. I kind of made it my own a little bit. So you won't find tomatoes, you won't find tomato paste, but you'll have just about everything else. So now, I've already sprayed the bottom of this pan with a little cooking spray, and so I'm going to, so I am going to start sauteing all of my veggies and stuff. So now over on the other burner, we have a pot of water boiling, 2 cups of water that has just a pinch of salt and some pepper, a little garlic powder. And that is actually, and you'll hear me kind of step away for a hot second each time because I don't have a lot of counter space in this area, so all of my ingredients are behind me. So, all right. So, first we're going to start out with our shallots. Scallions, shallots, what are they called? Shallots. I kept saying scallions, didn't I? Because I'm crazy. They're called shallots. I'm a crazy person. Okay, so we're going to start with our shallots. And as those start to... Sorry, I'm trying to get everything over here so we can be close by. All right, now we're cooking here. So we got our shallots cooking and sauteing, and it looks like one of our little pieces still had a little piece of skin in it, so I'm just going to pull it out. It's not a big deal. Things happen in the kitchen. Nobody panic. Which lets you know that I am a real cook. I'm in my kitchen. Nothing is staged. So, alright. So now we got that going. Now we're going to add our celery in. And we want it to start getting glossy here as it's sauteing. Now, I don't know if you could tell, but it's starting to get that little shiny look to it. So now I'm going to add my garlic. And you don't have to add it in this order, guys. This is just how I like it. I just, you know, I'm adding a little at a time so that the flavors have time to actually marry each other. So, okay. Then, sorry, my washing machine is having some little breakdown over there. We're going to add our parsley. Now we're going to add us a little color. So we're going to add us some roasted red pepper. Beautiful. And now we're going to add our carrots. And you really only need about a half a cup to a cup of carrots. I'm just adding them in, a couple of handfuls. They're already shredded up. Our water is boiling over off to the side. That water is actually here. I have my water boiling. I'm going to just add my lobster in. And I just put a little salt and pepper and a little garlic powder in that, guys. Stir it around a little bit in the water because it doesn't take long to cook. And then you're going to cut that down just a tad. Okay? Now. Alright, now we're back over at our saute here that we got going. Looking really, really good. So now that we have that all sauteed and glossy and smelling fabulous, we're going to take this out of this pan, but we're going to use the same pan to make the base for our lobster bisque. Okay, so I changed my mind and decided to just move everything to a large pot so you can kind of see how it comes together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the water from the lobster that we cooked and we're going to pour that into that pot. Okay, and it's going to come together real nice. Just kind of stir it around in there. You're going to keep your oven on medium high. Okay, now after you do that, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of, and you're going to need a whisk, guys. Let me find mine. Okay, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of flour. You're going to need your whisk. You're going to put in 2 tablespoons. And yes, it seems like a lot of ingredients, guys. But I promise you, if you have everything already laid out, it goes so fast. Okay, so you got 2 tablespoons of flour you put into the water. You're going to take your whisk and mix that around. Okay, so we got that stirring around really good. Then you're going to add a 1/2 cup of white wine. Now, you don't have to buy the regular white wine in the store if you don't want to. Grocery stores like Kroger sell this cooking wine. They sell wine specifically for cooking. And it's not going to make you drunk, guys. It's cooking wine, so it's truly just made for cooking, and as the dish cooks, it reduces. So you're fine. You're not gonna get drunk off your lobster bisque. So you got a 1/2 cup of white wine, cooking wine, and then you're gonna put a 1/2 cup of cooking sherry. Oh, alcoholic lobster bisque. And there is a way that you can make this without the alcohol. I'm just choosing not to today. You can't make it without the alcohol. You don't have to have it, but I wanted to give you the full effect here. So that's a 1/2 cup of cooking sherry that's going into the water as well. And like I said, remember, as the heat goes into this, it reduces. And this is just not something that I cook all the time. It's definitely a splurge today. And the bottles of cooking wine at Kroger's look like this. And this is white wine for cooking wine. So, you know, and it costs $1.50 a bottle or something like that. So it's not going to, you know, you're not even going to taste it. Okay, so now that we've put that in and incorporated that in, you're going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. You can use ground pepper or white pepper. It's up to you. Okay, you're going to use about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt. Most people use kosher salt, about 1 teaspoon of that, but I use sea salt. That's just my preference. Then, usually the recipe calls for tomato paste, but we are not using tomato paste today. We are, however, about 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see inside of this pot, the liquid is starting to thicken because of the flour. So you're going to add your smoked paprika. You're going to add some dried thyme. About 1 teaspoon of that. And now we're going to incorporate all of our nice little veggies in here. Okay, so now we're going to add in, I did find my paprika. I'm going to add in a couple of teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Add in a couple of teaspoons of that. And then we're going to incorporate our mixed sauteed onions and all of that. Shallots and all of that back in. Oops. Kitchen fail. Move that. Sorry about the background noise. Something is going on with my washer and dryer. It's feeling some type of way today. I don't know what it is. Okay, so now this is looking really, really good. Now normally it's got a pinkish look, and that's where the pink from lobster bisque usually comes from the what am I trying to say? Tomato paste. But we didn't put tomato paste in this, so ours is gonna look a little bit different. Now, what we're going to do is put a little bit of hot sauce, because you got to give it a little bit of a kick. All right, sorry about that, guys. So now I have to put a couple of splashes, or 2 or 3 splashes of hot sauce, well, hot sauce of your choice, in it. And you're going to stir that around. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and blend it. And so I'm going to put it in my food processor and just blend it until the chunks are not completely chunky. I want it smooth but not completely smooth. So I'm going to blend it and then we'll put it right back in the pot and we'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so see if you can see how much we blended in there. If I had my immersion blender, I would have blended it right in the pot, but I don't. So I blended it in my processor and it blended, but it's still kind of chunky. It's not too smooth. I like mine a little chunkier than most. If you want to, you just blend it till it's completely smooth, but that's just not my preference. So now what I'm going to do is take my lobster and pour it over in here. There we go. Alrighty. And then you're probably asking yourself, now Miss Kim, how is it a bisque without any cream? I'll tell you what. I always save the cream for last. So, I'm not using heavy cream. I'm using coconut milk because I don't want the heavy cream in mine. So it's about a half a cup of coconut milk. You can use heavy cream. You can use half and half. It's completely and totally up to you. So I'm putting just plain old coconut milk, nothing with any sweetener or anything like that. And then I'm putting that half a cup in there. And I'm stirring it around. And look at how beautiful that is. That is absolutely gorgeous. So now what you're going to do is cover this up. And we're going to let this simmer for roughly 10 minutes. And then it's going to be ready to eat. I'm going to taste a little bit now, make sure we got enough seasoning in it. Oh, so good. So we're going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And then we're ready to eat. My darlings, there you have it. We have made us a wonderful lobster bisque that is to die for. Hopefully, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I do. I know lobster bisque has a lot of ingredients in it, guys. But once you get everything ready and prepared, it goes really, really fast. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I know I'm going to enjoy it. That's our dinner for the evening. And so thank you so much for stopping and watching this video. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I will get them answered. And please take a moment and subscribe to our channel so you can keep getting those notifications letting you know when we upload new videos. Give us a thumbs up and share this video with somebody that just may want some ideas for some new recipes and things like that. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving me the time out of your busy, busy lives, because everybody's time is important. So I thank you for spending a little time with me. I know our videos have been a little different the past few ones, but as I said before, I know you're probably tired of hearing me saying it. I'm in the middle of this huge move, so there's a lot going on in my house. So thank you again for stopping by and watching. Enjoy your dinner, guys. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you, love you, love you. God bless you, and happy cooking.